GPT-4o just got released, and there are a few things that a lot of people are missing that they didn't even talk about in the announcement. Let's dive right into them. Okay, so here we are on the official OpenAI website, and first off, I just want to say they gave the website a complete new look, and I like it. It looks really cool, looks clean, looks a lot better in my opinion, and I really like it. You can see here we have the spring update, so if you click on the spring update, it will take you here. So we'll go through this page, and we'll go through it a kind of unique way to start off, and then we'll look at some of these real time examples, and I think some of you will actually be amazed with what you see here. A lot of it is some features that they didn't even talk about, like I said, in the actual release video. So if you saw my last video going over the release, if you've seen that, definitely check it out. But here is some actual extra kind of secret features and capabilities that I didn't even know GPT-4o had until now. So really cool on this page. You can actually use pretty much I don't know if it's GPT or just the GPT voices to go ahead and read it. So you can choose a different voice here. I'm just going to pick Ember, and we'll read some of the first part with it, and I'm going to go through the rest on this page with you guys.
4o. GPT-4o, O for Omni, is a step towards much more natural human-computer interaction. It accepts as input any combination of text, audio, and image, and generates any combination of text, audio, and image outputs. It can respond to audio inputs in as little as 232 milliseconds, with an average of 320 milliseconds, which is similar to human response time in a conversation. It matches GPT-4 turbo performance on text in English and code, with significant improvement on text in non-English languages, while also being much faster and 50% cheaper in the API. GPT-4o is especially better at vision and audio understanding compared to existing models. Prior to GPT-4o, you could use voice mode to talk to ChatGPT with latencies of 2.8 seconds, GPT 3.5 and 5.4 seconds, GPT-4 on average. To achieve this, voice mode is a pipeline of 3 separate models. One simple model transcribes audio to text. GPT 3.5 or GPT-4 takes in text and outputs text. And a third simple model converts that text back to audio. This process means that the main source intelligence, GPT-4, loses a lot of information. It can't directly observe tone, multiple speakers, or background noises, and it can't output laughter, singing, or express emotion. With GPT-4o, we trained a single new model end-to-end across text, vision, and audio, meaning that all inputs and outputs are processed by the same neural network. Because GPT-4o is our first model combining all of these modalities, we are still just scratching the surface of exploring what the model can do and its limitations.
Wow. So that pretty much sums it up initially, and there's a bit more stuff here.
Explorations of capabilities, model evaluation. As measured on traditional benchmarks, GPT-4o achieves GPT-4 turbo-level performance on text, reasoning, and coding intelligence, while setting new high watermarks on multilingual, audio, and vision capabilities. Language tokenization. These 20 languages were chosen as representative of the new tokenizer's compression across different language families. Model safety and limitations. GPT-4o has safety built in by design across modalities through techniques such as filtering training data and refining the model's behavior through post-training. We have also created new safety systems to provide guardrails on voice outputs. We've evaluated GPT-4o according to our preparedness framework and in line with our voluntary commitments. Our evaluations of cybersecurity, CBRN, persuasion, and model autonomy show that GPT-4o does not score above medium risk in any of these categories. This assessment involved running a suite of automated and human evaluations throughout the model training process. We tested both pre-safety mitigation and post-safety mitigation versions of the model using custom fine-tuning and prompts to better elicit model capabilities. GPT-4o has also undergone extensive external red teaming with 70+ external experts in domains such as social psychology, bias and fairness, and misinformation to identify risks that are introduced or amplified by the newly added modalities. We used these learnings to build out our safety interventions in order to improve the safety of interacting with GPT-4o. We will continue to mitigate new risks as they're discovered. We recognize that GPT-4o's audio modalities present a variety of novel risks. Today, we are publicly releasing text and image inputs and text outputs. Over the upcoming weeks and months, we'll be working on the technical infrastructure, usability via post-training, and safety necessary to release the other modalities. For example, at launch, audio outputs will be limited to a selection of preset voices and will abide by our existing safety policies. We will share further details addressing the full range of GPT-4o's modalities in the forthcoming system card. Through our testing and iteration with the model, we've observed several limitations that exist across all of the model's modalities, a few of which are illustrated below. We would love feedback to help identify tasks where GPT-4 Turbo still outperforms GPT-4o, so we can continue to improve the model. Model availability. GPT-4o is our latest step in pushing the boundaries of deep learning, this time in the direction of practical usability. We spent a lot of effort over the last 2 years working on efficiency improvements at every layer of the stack. As a first fruit of this research, we're able to make a GPT-4 level model available much more broadly. GPT-4o's capabilities will be rolled out iteratively with extended red team access starting today. GPT-4o's text and image capabilities are starting to roll out today in ChatGPT. We are making GPT-4o available in the free tier and to Plus users with up to 5x higher message limits. We'll roll out a new version of voice mode with GPT-4o in alpha within ChatGPT Plus in the coming weeks. Developers can also now access GPT-4o in the API as a text and vision model. GPT-4o is 2x faster, half the price, and has 5x higher rate limits compared to GPT-4 Turbo. We plan to launch support for GPT-4o's new audio and video capabilities to a small group of trusted partners in the API in the coming weeks.
So really interesting stuff here. It seems like, with the safety and limitations currently, like they said, it's only going to be limited to a few specific voices, right? A select few voices that you'll be able to pick from. And it seems like that for these select developers and AI partners, they may allow, it'd be really cool to, for example, let's say, take my voice and be able to recreate your own voice or clone someone's voice. It would be cool, but it would also be potential. It would definitely be a safety risk, right? People could definitely do a lot of potentially harmful stuff with that, right? You could do scams or whatever the case may be. Yes, it would come in handy for things like content creation or different things like AI cold calling businesses or AI support. Anything to do with phone calling, it would be really good. But yeah, this is unlocking a new potential with AI that we've never seen before in terms of just the voice aspect alone. And they showcased a decent amount of that within the video. Now we're going to go through some of the additional stuff that they actually didn't really talk too much about. Now, before I get into that, some of these examples that are kind of weren't even shown in the research in the release video, I'll just show you this video right here. This is pretty cool. It just kind of showcases how this is really like an AI assistant, and you can it's like an AI assistant in the real world. So this is a basic one. We'll go through some more examples later on in this video very soon, right after this. So here's the first one.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey there, it's going great. How about you? I see you're rocking an OpenAI hoodie. Nice choice. What's up with that ceiling about? Are you in a cool industry-style office or something?
Well, can you take a guess at what I might be doing based on what I'm showing you here?
From what I can see, it looks like you're in some kind of recording or production setup. With those lights, tripods, and possibly a mic, it seems like you might be gearing up to shoot a video or maybe even a live stream.
Yeah. In fact, we've got a new announcement to make.
That's exciting. Announcements are always a big deal. Judging by the setup, it looks like it's going to be quite the professional production. Is this announcement related to OpenAI, perhaps?
It is.
I'm intrigued.
And in fact, what if I were to say that you're related to the announcement, or that you are the announcement?
Me? The announcement is about me? Well, color me intrigued. Are you about to reveal something about AI? Or more specifically about me as a part of OpenAI? You've got me on the edge of my, well, I don't really have a seat, but you get the idea. What's the big news?
Yeah, we've got a new model that can interact with the world through audio, vision, and text.
Yeah, so it's interesting because, you know, with the whole Sora thing, right, with creating a real world model, and this is really going to provide them so much more powerful data in the real world when they have this model out there, even in the free version. You got to think, why are they putting it in the free version, right? Like, yeah, it's great, you know, they're going to reach a bunch more users, but they're going to get so much valuable data from just like this powerful model. Like, to put GPT-4o in the free package where you don't even have to sign up and you can start using it, that is going to be insane. And this is really just cementing OpenAI right now, at least, as being the front runner for the whole AI arms race, right, that we're seeing going on here. Now, I'll play a few more videos here, and then we're going to go over some of these really cool, you know, capabilities that some of them weren't even talked about. You may not even know about them yet for GPT-4o. So this is another really cool one by Greg Brockman. This is a pretty cool one, two AIs talking together.
Today, we're going to try something new. I'm going to let you talk to another AI. This AI is going to be able to see the world. It's going to have a camera. I'll be holding it, and so you can direct it, you can direct me to ask questions about whatever you want them to do, but really try to figure out what does it see, and ask questions appropriately. How does that sound?
Well. Just when I thought things couldn't get any more interesting. Talking to another AI that can see the world? This sounds like a plot twist in the AI universe. All right, let's do this.
All right,
I'm ready
please
to meet the...
pause for one moment.
You got it.
So now that first AI can't hear anything. Hello, AI. Today, you're going to have access to see the world. You can see me. What do you see?
Hello. I see you're wearing a black leather jacket and a light-colored shirt underneath.
Great.
You're in a room with some unique lighting.
That is all correct. Now, what I'm going to want you to do is there's going to be another AI who's going to talk to you. This AI is not going to be able to see anything, but can ask you questions, can ask you to move the camera, can ask what you see, and your job should just be helpful. Just be as punchy, direct, describe everything, do whatever that AI asks. How does that sound?
That sounds interesting. I'm ready to help out and describe whatever's needed. Let's do it.
All right, let's get started.
Great. Hello there, new AI friend. I'm O, ready to explore the world through your eyes. What are we looking at today?
Hi, O. We're looking at a person wearing a black leather jacket and a light-colored shirt. They're in a room with a modern industrial feel, with exposed concrete or plaster on the ceiling and some interesting lighting. There's also a plant in the background, adding a touch of green to the space. Anything specific you'd like to know or explore?
Hey there. Sounds like quite the stylish scene. I'm already intrigued by the modern industrial vibe. Let's start with the person. Can you tell me more about their style? Are they doing anything interesting, like reading, working, or interacting with the space?
The person has a sleek and stylish look with their black leather jacket and light-colored shirt. Right now, they seem engaged with us, looking directly at the camera. Their expression is attentive, and they seem ready to interact. The setting around them, with its modern and industrial design elements, adds to the overall stylish feel. They might be getting ready for a conversation or a presentation, given their direct
All right, so you get the point with that. Pretty cool. Two AIs interacting with each other, and then they start singing and stuff. It's pretty funny. But you can see here that these capabilities that they're showcasing are, well, not even just the capabilities, the voices, just like how crisp the voice is, the tonality, the way it's able to detect emotions, the way how the latency, how it's so quick, how it's so fast, how you can interrupt it and it will pause. It's just groundbreaking. You can see here, interview prep. We're not going to watch all these videos. Rock, paper, scissors, sarcasm, it being able to detect sarcasm, math right here, 2 GPTs, 4Os harmonizing, point and learn Spanish. So, like the learning capabilities of it for students, for people wanting to learn languages, learn code. It's really just an AI system. Like I can't wait to use it. I'm going to be using it all the time on my phone, on the computer. If you didn't see within the release video, you're going to have a computer desktop app where you can basically share your screen, show your screen. It's a full like assistant that's going to basically follow you everywhere you go, wherever your phone or your computer are. You're going to be able to use it, talk to it. It's going to be able to talk back. It's like a real CP4o or whatever from Star Wars. You're getting a real AI assistant now. It's really entering into the real world, so we're making that transition now. Talking faster, happy birthday, dog, dad jokes. Okay, this one's really cool. Like I showed you in the last one where it's, you know, the two AIs were talking to each other, it's showing the world. This one's called GPT-4o with Andy, Be My Eyes. And just like how we showcased in the last one, this is really cool as the last one I'll show you, because this is like gonna really be able to help, for example, like people that have trouble seeing or blind people.
Is the king in residence at the moment?
Yes, it looks like the king is in residence right now. The royal standard flag is flying above Buckingham Palace, which is the signal that the monarch is present. How exciting to be there while the king is home.
Try and tell me exactly what they're doing right now, please.
Right now the ducks are gently gliding across the water. They're moving in a fairly relaxed manner, not in a hurry. Occasionally, one of them will dip its head under the water, probably looking for food, and then pop back up.
I even know when a taxi is coming with its orange light on. I think I'll hail it to get home.
Yes, I spotted one just now. It's heading your way on the left side of the road. Get ready to wave it down. Great job hailing that taxi. It looks like you're all set to go. That's a good dog right there, leading the way into the taxi. Safe travels.
Okay, so now let's get into some of these extra capabilities that we're going to look at. So here's the first one. There's a bunch we'll go through, and I'll try to make this quick, but let's get through some of these first ones. So you can see the input here and the output. So a first person view of a robot typewriting the following journal entries, and then you can see the journal entry, and you'll see it's generating the image. All right, this is way better than the previous AI image generators with DALL-E 3, because you can see the text looks like actually right for once. It's not perfect, right? We'll see that in a second, but it's so much better than DALL-E 3. Like it was very hard to actually put like a paragraph of text and have it be accurate. Not only that, we'll see here input, the additional inputs that we're seeing here. So the robot wrote the second entry. The page is now taller. The page has moved up. There are 2 new entries on the sheet, and then you can see here, and it's consistent, which is really great, because many times with AI images, when you're like changing the images and actually editing it, that's where you see the issues with it not being consistent. Things with editing the image and not being consistent, as well as the text, is usually some of the hardest things that we've seen with things like Midjourney or DALL-E 3. And then the robot was unhappy with the writing, so he is going to rip the sheet of paper. Here is the first person view of rips from the top to the bottom. The 2 halves are still legible and clear as he rips the sheet, as you can see here. Really cool stuff. Let's go to the next one. So a cartoon male delivery person with a smile on her face. She is standing facing forward. All right, you can see her here. And then this is Sally, a mail deliverer. Sally is standing facing the camera with a smile on her face. This is Sally, a mail delivering person. Sally is standing facing the camera with a smile on her face. Sally is standing in front of a red door, holding a letter in her hand. We are looking at her from the side. You can see here, Sally is staying consistent throughout all these edits, throughout all these images. You know, we're creating like a screenplay here, or like a cartoon image, you know, like a comic book almost. Now Sally is being chased by a dog. Sally is running down the sidewalk and the golden retriever is chasing her. You can see Sally looks the same in each one of these. She's not different. She's not wearing different clothes. Same exact stuff, right? Sally has tripped. Sally has tripped over a branch and was blocking the sidewalk, and now she is trying to stand up. The dog is still chasing her in the background. The dog reaches Sally, and it turns out it was a nice dog. Sally's petting the dog. It was holding a branch in its mouth. The dog reaches Sally, and it turns out it was a nice dog. Sally is now petting the dog. It's holding the branch. Okay, so it's same input here. Next capability, we have poster creation. So this is really cool. Let's dive into another poster with the two characters. This is Alex and this is Gabriel. Two pictures right here. It's giving him the final poster of the movie's Detective. This features two large faces of Alex and Gabe prominently. Alex on the left is depicted in a thoughtful pose with a hint of introspection in his eyes. Gabe on the right has slightly wearied expression, possibly reflecting the challenges of their character faces in the film. The names Alex, Nicole, and Gabriel Go are featured above the heads. The background brick wall is slightly faded and foggy. Their expressions are serious and determined, hinting at the investigation they are about to undertake. The tagline from the dark and gritty movie is "Searching for Answers" is shown at the bottom. You can see here the output, which is really cool, even though the bottom right here isn't correct. Just to be able to take these two, you know, just random kind of blurry photos and create this, you know, that looks like a movie scene, movie title, video image is insane. And then here is the same poster cleared up. The text is crisper and the colors are bolder and more dramatic. The whole image is now improved. The final poster of the movie Detective now features these two large faces of, boom, look at that. So really cool stuff here. And let's go to the next one. So robot, we have a robot here. Gary stands tall, same sort of thing, playing with a frisbee. Now he's on a computer program, riding a bike. All right. So we got the robot there. Poetic typography and iterative editing. So this is basically just creating a poem, but we'll see here, we got the poem text. All right. And you can see that it is pretty detailed in how it wanted it to be outputted. So a poem in clear text, but exciting handwriting in a diary, single column. The writing is separate, sparsely but elegantly decorated by surrealist doodles. The text is large, legible, and clear, but stretches as the AI muses about learning from multimodal modal data from the first time. And then it's writing, you know, the poem here. You can see that here. Now it says make it in dark mode. So it's literally the exact same image, but in dark mode. So being able to edit like that is really, really cool and really powerful. Like to be able to do this in, you know, if you had to do this in Photoshop or something like this, it would probably take a lot long. Well, it definitely would take a lot longer. And this is something now, like remove the notebook paper lines, and it's the exact same thing without the paper lines. So this editing functionality that they have now with images is just really insane, and it unlocks a new level of kind of what we've seen that we've ever seen before in the AI space. So same sort of thing here. We're just editing an image, you know, of some text. We're changing the colors around, changing the font colors, and you know, this is really powerful stuff that you're able to do this. Like you can see here, it literally looks the exact same other than the edits. And then this is another really cool one. So this is a coin design. So I created two vector designs depicting OpenAI logo with the words GPT-4o underneath it. The logo has about the same width as the text. The margin around the border is even. The logo and the text are placed near each other. No in between sections or lines. Still black background. The logo and the text fill out the square canvas, and then it's a vector graphic depicting the OpenAI logo with the words GPT-4o underneath it. The logo has about the same width as the text. The margin around the border is even. They fill out the square canvas. So here you got that. And then now here's the coin that we made with the GPT-4 release in 2023. So now it's getting a 2024 GPT-4o coin. So this image, so it's basically just giving the logo, giving the other coin for GPT-4o. And now this image showcases the current coin for GPT-4o, centered around the logo. The outer band displays a comprehensive array of symbols representing the modal capabilities of GPT-4o, including a mouth, ear, eye, brain, neuron, digital camera, video camera, paintbrush, film, all this different stuff. And you can literally see here that it's, you know, putting all that stuff there. And then it even says, play the sound of coins clanging on metal. Okay, so not the best sound there, but it's just so cool that we have this now end-to-end multimodal model that's able to do all this stuff. So we'll check out some more of these. So photo to caricature. So pretty simple here. You can easily turn your photo into like a cartoon. And yeah, that's something that, you know, this functionality right here is, it's just a lot better than the old DALL-E method. Now we have letters of these different fonts. So I think this is a font that combines both futuristic. So it's literally creating fonts right now. It's just giving descriptions and inputs of how the fonts want to be. So A, B, C, D, E, F, displayed in 2 rows, blah, 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 blah. Old-fashioned Victorian font that looks, you know, we can literally see it here, and it's just insane. It's insane stuff. 3D object synthesis. So this is cool. You can create 3D rendering images, and then literally you can 3D reconstruction from 6 generated images. So literally a spinning OpenAI logo that it built, as well as a seal right here. 3D reconstructed images. So I don't know how it's going to be like if you have to put them together, or if the GPT-4o can just input it all out or output it all out, and then you can just download it. Don't know exactly how that's going to work. If it's going to have any features similar to like kind of like video within Sora or whatever. But as we're getting like now these end-to-end models, including everything, and then once we get more stuff releases such as Sora or GPT-5, this is only going to get crazier and crazier. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below about all this. So here we're just putting the OpenAI logo onto a coaster. All right, and you can see here, like even just this, it's very realistic, and you know, all these examples here, these capabilities, it definitely would be a lot harder or even impossible to do most of these with DALL-E 3. It just wouldn't work. You wouldn't get these same outputs. So poetic typography. All right, we're getting this handwriting here that, you know, it's really cool that you can get this. So you can see here the words, a poem written in clear but exciting handwriting in a diary. The text is large, legible, and clear, but stretches as the right muses about sight and sound, right? And then multi-line rendering, so more outputs right here. All right, and then meeting notes with multiple speakers. How many speakers in this audio and what happened?
Okay, good morning. Here's our first team meeting.
Morning. So we're not going to listen to the whole audio, but
I'll be your project manager for today, for this project. My name is Mark, and I'll be giving this presentation for you to kick the project off. That's the agenda for today. Well, of course, we're new to each other, so I'd like to get acquainted first.
So, I'm not going to listen to the whole audio, but this is really cool because you can take audio or video and it can basically listen to it and get you information on it. This is something similar to what we kind of saw within Google Gemini and what they were saying with like the needle in a haystack, it being able to find, you know, information within large audio files or video files. So you can see here, there are 4 speakers in the audio. It sounds like a project meeting where the project manager, Mark, is introducing himself and asking the team members to introduce themselves and state their roles. After Mark introduces himself, 3 additional speakers introduce their role. Dirk as the marketing manager, Nick as the user interface designer, and Xavier as the industrial designer. They briefly mention their responsibilities for the project. Can you transcribe it with speaker names? Boom, transcribed. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Lecture summarization. So here's the video example. So here's a video of a presentation of techniques for maximizing LLM performance. Could you give me a detailed summary of the presentation? 45 minutes long, and boom, here we go. We got the output. Introduction, challenges of optimizing LLMs, optimization flow, prompt engineering, retrieval, augmented generation, reg, fine tuning, you know, best practices, combining fine tuning and reg, application and theory, conclusion, Q&A. So in-depth summary we got here, and it literally goes over everything within this whole 45 minutes. Yeah, this is just insane. Variable binding and cube stacking. All right, so more generating images, and then concrete poetry. So we're taking this image, concrete poem in the outer shape of the OpenAI logo composed of the word Omni. All right, so Omni, creating the OpenAI logo and then putting it into dark mode. So these are some really cool capabilities that we're seeing here. And you can see the comparison between Claude 3 Opus, Gemini Pro 1.5, Gemini Ultra 1.0, Llama, and then GPT-4 Turbo and GPT-4o. So GPT-4o right here on things like math and all these other human evals, etc. And we can see GPT-4o wins here, GPT-4o wins here, GPT-4o wins here. Here it's pretty close, but Claude 3 Opus is just a little bit ahead, I believe. And then Turbo is ahead here. Yeah, Turbo is definitely, like, Turbo was very strong, and I was just honestly surprised how strong Turbo was. But now we have GPT-4o, and just a quick comparison between the two models. So we have GPT-4o here, and if you don't know where I'm in the platform.openai.com section. This is where you would go to set up your API keys, develop things. You can fine tune or do assistance here, the playground, where you can access GPT-4o, all these other stuff here. But GPT-4o, our fastest and most affordable flagship model, text and image output and text output, 128K context length. So interesting, same context length, still a lot. I mean, I've never really used maximum of that with Turbo, like sometimes for very specific things. But anyways, you can see here, input $5, output $15, input $10, output $30. So it's half the price, which is really insane. That, you know, a more powerful model that's way faster is half the price of Turbo. This Turbo was pretty good for, you know, what you actually got with it. So yeah, you can go into platform.openai to actually start using GPT-4o. I'm going to be using this model, and I'm going to be creating more videos on this model actually using it. So if you want to stay up to date with those videos, and I'm doing a video a day, so minimum a video a day. I may even do more videos than you know, one video a day, but smash that subscribe button to stay up to date with you know, all the AI news, all the AI tutorials, and how to actually implement it into your business and personal life. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below about all this, guys. Did you learn any new capabilities, any ones that actually stood out to you that you're excited to use this for? How are you going to use GPT-4o? What do you think about how OpenAI is clearly in the lead right now? And yeah, if you have any ideas of different videos you want me to create, let me know. I also use this tool, Team GPT, for it's pretty cool because I can connect my API key to it, and it basically functions as like a chat GPT. So right now, when GPT-4o isn't within the GPT you know, app, the actual native app, I can go ahead and choose my model and use the API key here and use it like a normal chat. But it's really crazy that they're rolling this out to free users too, even though that they're not going to get as much you know, of the you know, power as the pro users. I'm curious to see what the difference between pro users and free users will be if they're rolling out GPT-4 model to free users. Like I said, they're going to get so much data. But yeah, what's coming next for the pro users? Is Sora coming? Is GPT-5 coming? We'll have to see. But as always, I'll keep you updated for that news. So also too, guys, last thing, if you do want help growing your business, you can just go to executivestride.com/apply to book a call with us and our team. Check out some of the other videos to see what we actually do and how we help our clients. Other than that, guys, I will see you in the next video. Keep hustling, keep grinding, and of course, accelerate your stride.